I still hate calling myself a photographer. I feel like, yeah, I make money doing photos, but it still feels so much like an add-on, like hobby that, I don't know, it's just weird to think through that.
Did you never have it in your mind that you would be a professional photographer?
No, never. No. I still don't even, I'm like, I remember tweeting the other day, it's weird to be called a photographer more now than a designer because design's always been like the thing I want to do. And David, who is my partner in Death to Stock, called me out. He's like, you aren't just one thing. Like, you're many things, and he's the kind of person that's like, you should call yourself a photographer to become a photographer. Like, you have to get into that mindset. It's just been harder for me to get into it.
To, like, accept it?
Yeah.
Have you heard of imposter syndrome at all? It's this phrase. So, it's like this idea. It's this idea that, and it's like, I think mostly with women, I mean, from what I found, but it's like having that trouble of like accepting what you are and kind of being afraid that someone's going to call you out for it. Like, oh, if I call myself a photographer, someone's going to call me out for not really being a photographer. And it's like, you feel like an imposter.
Oh, I totally understand that mentality, especially, this is amazing. I taught someone how to shoot. I taught them how to use a camera like 2 months ago, and he already knows more technical stuff than I do. Like, he's one of those people that's like immerses himself in it, learns how the camera works, all the settings, how to use Lightroom. So the other day, he was assisting me on a shoot, and he's like, do you ever push your sharpen, like the sharpening all the way down and then do it in like process, like when you're editing? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And that was that moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, they found out that I'm not real, you know? And so I've had to learn that I'm more of like an intuitive artist where I'm like, just, I like this, so I'm doing it. And I have to appreciate the people who are like, I know all the technical things. And you can learn from them.
You can learn.